So this is going to be a new series where I'm going to be talking about game characters, what made them good, bad, controversial, and today we are starting off with none other than Ezio Auditore.
It's finished.
Huh? What's finished?
The blade. I managed to decode that parchment of yours. It showed me exactly what to do. Now all that's left is to remove your ring finger.
Really?
I'm sorry, but this is how it must be done. The blade is designed to ensure the commitment of whoever wields it.
Bene. Do it quickly.
I was only having fun, Ezio. Though the blade once required a sacrifice, it's been modified. You can keep your finger.
Assassin's Creed 2 was released back in 2009 and it was an instant success, selling over 1.6 million copies in its first week, and the main character Ezio Auditore had a lot to do with that success. Ezio was known for being a bit of a womanizer.
Christina!
Who's there?
Me!
Oh, Ezio! I should have known.
May I come in?
Fine, but only for a minute.
A minute is all I need.
Indeed.
Well, wait, that came out wrong.
But that's not the only thing that made him a good character. He was serious when he needed to be, he got angry sometimes, and that allowed the players to grow closer to him as the story went on. It also helped that he had 2 other games after Assassin's Creed 2 to help cement his character into our minds. You could compare Ezio with another beloved character, Han Solo, and when you think about it, they are quite similar. What makes these characters interesting and cool is that for the most part we want to be like them. Some of us aren't as brave as them, some of us aren't as heroic as them, and so the vast majority of people really love this type of character. Now other Assassin's Creed characters really struggled to make their main characters as cool as Ezio. Whether it's because they're boring like Connor from Assassin's Creed 3,
Sharing what we know with Lee, not Washington. You seem to think I favor him, but my enemy is a notion, not a nation. It is wrong to compel obedience, whether to the British Crown or the Templar Cross. And I hope in time the Loyalists will see this too, for they are also victims.
You oppose tyranny, injustice.
You have said much, yes, but you have shown me nothing.
or because they're cliche but don't really have any sign of morals to help relate to them, like Jacob and Evie from Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And then you also have Assassin's Creed Unity, where the main character just wasn't likable and mainly falls down to the fact that he was forgettable, and the bugs didn't really help his case either. There are a few exceptions though in other Assassin's Creed games. Firstly, Assassin's Creed Black Flag's Edward Kenway was a really uplifting character that came straight after Connor's story, or should I say Connor's boring story.
Keep talking.
Edward was less of a womanizer like Ezio, but we still liked him because we love pirates. And secondly, he wasn't one that cared about the Assassin's Creed way. He wasn't one for tradition. He wanted fame and gold, and so we stood right behind him in search for that. And that is what made us like him.
Can you feel it, Addy? We're moments away from the grandest prize of all.
I feel nothing but a hot wind in my ears, Captain.
Come on, man. When we take this treasure, we'll be set for life, all of us. 10 times over.
As you wish.
However, in the newer games of Assassin's Creed, you can see that they're trying to make main characters likable again, but none of them are as good as Ezio. And it's not just his personality that helped us to like him more. We saw him grow up, we saw him with his brothers, his sister, and his parents. We saw his dad and his 2 brothers get killed as a result of betrayal. We saw him fight to get justice for what happened to his brothers and his father. And we saw him fight over and over again, not just for the injustices of his family, but also for the injustices that happened during the Templars' reign. And so seeing a character go through that kind of character development massively helps the player to understand the character that they are playing with. Whereas nowadays, a character is brought in for one game and taken out in the next. And I feel like Ubisoft should learn from Ezio as an example that fleshing out a character through 3 different games is a really positive thing on the players that play those games. It helps the players to understand the character that they're playing with, and that is the most important thing at the end of the day. It's interesting to see how Ubisoft is when it comes to characters. not only protagonists but also antagonists as well. You look at Voss from Far Cry 3.
What is it, Jason? Jason, what is it? Why aren't you laughing now like you did up there? What is this not fun anymore? Have I failed to entertain you?
They were never able to create a villain as good as him, but they did try.
That it got out of control.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
It got out of control.
Not out of control. I hate when things get out of control.
And it's the same with Ezio as well. They were never able to create a protagonist as good as Ezio, in my opinion. And finally, Ezio is the one that made me fall in love with Assassin's Creed, and for that reason, he is entering my character Hall of Fame. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know if there's any other characters you'd like to see me do in the future. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you later.